Hey baddies, it's your girl Bevy, and we're gonna talk about what the F is in Geritol, okay? Let me tell you something. This Geritol has my baddies and a lot of you guys on YouTube in a chokehold. You know, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna have to jump. I'm gonna have to hop on the bandwagon because we're science-based and evidence-based over here, okay? We talk about the science of hair loss and hair growth. They're not the same. Stop using them interchangeably. And at the end of the day, over here, we actually read the ingredients. We read the labels on products, and we want to make sure that the pharmacology and the science of the product and the efficacy and safety is there, right? We're not just slathering stuff on ourselves willy-nilly, excuse me. Anyway, I said all that to say, baddies, that on my timeline, on my news feed, whatever it's called here on YouTube and IG or whatever, I've been seeing a whole lot of stuff, you know, TikTok on Geritol, like Geritol, and how it's like making people's hair grow astronomically and how it's making your hair grow crazy and all this other jazz, right? And so before I tell you if Geritol is Herscripts approved for hair growth, before I go into all the details, I guess the point of this video is not to make Geritol look bad, but I want to know if this is a trend, right? Is this really a trend, or is it true that Geritol can actually regrow your hair? Channel, we got baddies that suffers from alopecia, mild to moderate, sometimes even severe hair loss, and we're looking for real results. Let me raise my hand for those of you who are new to this channel. I was diagnosed with alopecia, with androgenetic alopecia, aka female pattern hair loss, and I said all that to say that for me it was an uphill and still is an uphill battle of regrowing or restoring my hair, right? Getting my hair maybe not back to what it was prior to the diagnosis, right? But getting it to a place where I feel comfortable, where I feel confident, and where my self-esteem is not in the toilet. So anyway, I said all that to say my goal is, you know, is Geritol having you ladies in a chokehold? Is it the truth, or is it a gag? Like, is it really gonna work? So this is what we're trying to figure out here on this channel today, okay? So now let's just jump right in. So what is Geritol? It's a multivitamin. It's a dietary supplement. Point blank in the period. That's it. Some of the claims for it is obviously nutrient supplementation. So if you're nutrient deficient, it's going to help supplement that deficiency, right? So if you're deficient of, you know, vitamins B and iron and all those wonderful things, certain trace minerals, it's going to replenish that for you, or is going to help supplement that if your body is not absorbing it, right? And this is the claims that Geritol makes on their website, by the way, right? Some of the other claims is that is good for an energy boost. So, you know, a lot of B vitamins are responsible for whether or not you have energy, etc. That's why if you're getting like a B12 shot, etc., it's kind of designed to help you with certain nutrients, replenish certain nutrients, but it also helps give you a little energy boost. And so another claim is that it's going to support your overall health and is going to support healthy aging. So again, this is all the marketing from Geritol. This is not me telling you the breakdown of the ingredients yet. This is not me telling you whether or not this is true. This is just me telling you this is what it's marketing, right? So Geritol for the most part is marketed towards more of a geriatric, hence Geritol, more of a geriatric population. For those of you who don't know, that's your senior citizens, that's your grandma and your grandpa, okay? So those are the people who Geritol typically target. Hey baddies, it's your girl Bevy, and I'm interrupting you really quickly because I have to ask this very important question. Why am I not at 100K subscribers yet? Let's keep it a buck. I'm giving you real content. I'm dropping game for free, and I have loads of comments, okay? Loads of comments from my baddies saying that my content has helped them on their path to hair regrowth, okay? Effective hair regrowth. So please, okay, help a sister out. Start liking, okay? Liking these videos to help me in the algorithm. Subscribe to this channel. Share this content with your friends that may or may not be honest about whether or not they need my help, okay? And most importantly, I'm dropping a hair growth serum very, very soon. Please click the link down in the description box, okay? And leave your information so that you can be the first to know. I'm about to turn the hair loss treatment, okay, space upside down on its head because the gatekeepers don't look like me, and I'm about to fix that, okay? I'm looking out for your interests. I'm really helping you because I really care. This is my mission, and I need your support. So that's all I had to say, okay? Continue on. It's formulated specifically for more of a geriatric population to kind of help replenish the nutrients that they're usually deficient in, okay? Let me give you now my breakdown of some of its key ingredients. And I'm looking at my notes. Let me go hand in hand with the website. Now, there's a couple of things in here. And just by looking at the label on the website, you have vitamin A, C, well, A as beta carotene, I'm looking at my notes, C as ascorbic acid, you got D, you got vitamin E as tocopherol and D alpha, vitamin K, thiamine, you have niacin, 20 milligrams of that, by the way, biotin, 44 micrograms of biotin, vitamin B12, 6.6 micrograms. You have iron, which is 16.2 milligrams of iron, phosphorus, iodine, magnesium, zinc, selenium, copper, manganese, chromium, chloride, potassium, nickel, and something else, some other stuff. Just so you know, these are basic vitamins and ingredients and trace minerals that are in the Geritol. This has no proprietary formulations, no botanicals necessarily specific to hair growth or the treatment of hair loss. But let me go through like the top few that I want you to focus on. So niacin, right? Vitamin B3, which is good for overall skin health and metabolism. If you are new to my channel, I love niacin is another variation of niacinamide. I love niacin can cause more flushing. Niacinamide doesn't, but what I love about niacinamide is that it is powerful in extending the hair growth cycle. So for those of you who are not aware of the hair growth cycle, if you're new to this channel and you're not aware, there's the anagen, catagen, and telogen phase. Anagen is the growth phase of the hair growth cycle. So that's when usually when you're pregnant, when certain hormones are conspiring for your hair to just grow astronomically and optimally. Your hair is just in growth mode, okay? It is like, I'm focused, I got my head down in the books, and I'm growing right now. Catagen is the resting phase. When it's not growing, it's not falling, it's just chilling, okay? It's just there, but that's because it's about to rest because it's transitioning to telogen. Telogen is the shedding phase. As we know, shedding is all a natural part of the hair growth cycle. You hear that you're supposed to shed about 100 strands per day. That's normal, that's natural. Give or take a few strands, ain't nobody counting strands over here, but when it looks like you're shedding a little bit way too much and it's like, nah, my hair's falling out, okay? But telogen effluvium is excessive shedding, and that's usually caused by a stressful event like actually giving birth to that baby, having COVID, being sick, any illnesses, etc. Any stress that happens to your body, that is telogen effluvium when your hair is shedding excessively. So this is not a deep dive into the hair growth cycle, but if we just keep it surface level, top tier, the anagen phase, the secret to hair growth, baddies, is to not only activate the anagen phase, which is the hair growth phase where it's just growing, but you want to extend that phase. You want to stay in that phase for a long time, as long as you can, right? Another thing to note is that your follicles all over your head are in different phases at different times. That's why you don't lose all your hair at the same time. All your hair doesn't grow at the same time. It's, for the most part, different parts of the follicles are at different stages at different times, okay? Anyway, so going back, the goal, the key, the major key, which is old now, okay? But the key to growing hair or regrowing hair is to activate and elongate the anagen phase. And there's so many ways to do that. And this whole channel gives you a whole bunch of tea on how to do that. I'm not gonna go into tea about that here, but niacinamide/niacin are really good for extending that phase. So if you wanna stay in hair growth phase, if you wanna keep that anagen phase activated and alive, honey, you wanna take niacinamide. And that's why I personally like taking niacinamide. But for the amount that's in here, it's not necessarily enough to be therapeutic, and it's not enough to have those medicinal benefits, just so you know, okay? Just because something is in something doesn't mean it's enough. It's like you can put salt in your food and there's salt in it, but it still has no flavor because there's not enough salt, okay? That's the best analogy I got. Vitamin C is an antioxidant that supports immune function. Also, we know antioxidants are amazing for fighting free radicals, which free radicals are components and compounds within the body that damages good cells, including another cell that it damages is your hair follicles. So the more free radicals you have, which is caused by stress and caused by all kinds of havoc that you wreak on your body, unhealthy habits that you may have, it's destroying your hair follicle internally. Free radicals, right? They're like little demolition men in your body, destroying all your good cells. And so antioxidants are extremely potent and powerful for combating that, okay? Of course, like I said, vitamin E is another antioxidant. It's good to help protect you from cell damage. Like I said, vitamin A is good for vision, skin, and immune function. function. Iron, obviously, iron is essential basically for the formation of red blood cells. You know that, there's iron and ferritin. So if I go very specific, iron is that blood supply that you need to, not only have blood circulation through the body. Blood circulation is very important because it delivers the key nutrients to the key organs in your body, including your hair follicles, right? So if you don't have enough, your body is going to automatically, divvy it up where it thinks it's most important and just say, sorry, my bad, to the places that's not that important. And your body is automatically going to deliver the iron and the key nutrients to your organs. Your hair follicles is an afterthought, right? Your hair follicles, the body is like, you could be bald as long as you're alive. You know what I mean? So that's why you need enough iron, and your ferritin is just the stores. So when you run out of iron, it taps into the stores. It's like having a backup freezer, right? You have the freezer that comes with the refrigerator, and then you have a backup freezer with more meats because you can't put everything in the main freezer. So when you run out of meats, you want to go into the big freezer and get more meat, right? But if the big freezer, or if the freezer, the backup freezer is empty, you ain't got meat anywhere. So that's what the ferritin stores are. It replenishes your iron source when your iron source has finished delivering or continues to deliver iron throughout the body. But then if the ferritin stores are empty, now you're depleted in both ways. So you want to basically have your iron and ferritin stores up, and you're gonna need a little bit more iron to have that much of a therapeutic dose, okay? So that's iron. Vitamin B6 is good for metabolic processes. Basically, it's helping you metabolize these nutrients. D3 and also B6 is important to help you metabolize certain proteins that your body can and cannot break down. And then D3, which is important for bone health. Obviously, this is for geriatric patients, Geritol. So D3, and then biotin, which is good for promoting healthy hair, skin, and nails. But too much can cause breakouts in the face and the skin. And like I always say, I'm not gonna have long hair and a pimply face. We're not doing that. We need to be able to, have a symbiotic relationship between healthy skin and healthy hair. That's why I'm a big proponent, okay? I am the cheerleader for skin health for your scalp, the skinification of your scalp. If you treat your scalp the way you do your face, you shouldn't have that problem. And biotin is just not really that girl. You can get enough biotin if you eat enough protein. But anyway, and zinc oxide, which is good for immune function and skin health. And zinc is also really good for hair growth, but you have to have a certain amount. You have to have a certain concentration for it to be therapeutic. Manganese sulfate, which is good for metabolism and bone formation. Vitamin B1 or thiamine, which is good for converting your food into energy. If your body doesn't do that naturally, if you suffer with a lot of insulin resistance, aka you diabetes and pre-diabetes run in your family, and you have a hard time basically converting certain foods into energy, and it's just staying as fat, this is supposed to help. Vitamin B2 or riboflavin is good with cell growth and energy production. Obviously, cell growth or cell proliferation is really good overall. You want to do that as well on your follicles. Remember, follicles are cells, and then cell proliferation, you can increase your hair follicles, which makes your hair thicker. That's the goal. And B12 is essential for nerve function, so that these geriatric patients are not degenerative, or they're not degenerating, right? They're not having neurological conditions, or is supposed to support the health of neurological conditions. Excuse my background noise, my children are here, but let's just move forward. So anyway, listen, Geritol has been around for years, y'all. It's not new. It's been working for years to do what it does. Again, it is a multivitamin. It is a dietary supplement. They market and they market to and target geriatric adults, which is older adults, right? More senior citizens. I talked about the active ingredients in this and all of that and all that jazz, right? Now, like I said, the functions and the benefits, it's overall just to help deliver nutrients to the body, make sure that you're getting the nutrients you don't have. It's supposed to help boost the energy and all that other good stuff that I said that it does. So now this is the part that you guys are here for, and I can't give it to you in the beginning because then you're not going to watch the whole video. Does Geritol really help you with hair growth? Does it support healthy hair growth, healthy hair? And should you go run out to buy Geritol so you can start having long Rapunzel hair down your back? Well, first and foremost, over here, I'm about clinical studies and any studies that support anything, right? Because what I realized here on these YouTube streets is two things. There's two types of people. There's influencers that are getting paid to really promote some brands, some product, and some of them are so good at what they do that they just create a firestorm of noise around these particular products and or brands, ingredients, etc. And then the second type of YouTuber, right, is the one that realizes that this is a big trend and we need to talk about it. And I'm that one, right? I'm the one that, you know, like, listen, Geritol is all over my timeline, my news feed, whatever it's called these days. And it has my baddies and a lot of the YouTube ladies looking for hair growth solutions in a chokehold. And I'm here to kind of help you ladies figure this out because y'all don't want to be taken advantage of. Now, Geritol, I believe it retails for about $12. It's not expensive at all, right? So it's not bad, right? For what it's worth. But, you know, so is it gonna kill you to take $12 and start buying Geritol? No, it's not. But, you know, there's two commodities that I never want to waste, and I don't want to waste any of yours, which is time and money, right? You may not have a problem spending $12, but I don't want to wait 3 months more to see some type of benefits, and so my time is very valuable. So before we waste anyone's time, let's go into this. I scrubbed the internet, y'all. I scrubbed Beyonce's internet, Prince's internet, whoever else's internet this is. I scrubbed it to find a clinical study that supports Geritol for hair growth, and there is absolutely none. Now, I could be wrong. I am not an AI machine, so if you guys want to go ahead and find a study on Geritol for hair growth or hair loss, please drop it down in the comments. I know you can't drop links anymore to my knowledge, so let me know what the name of it is and I'll go look for it, and I'll create a short in response to this video. But there is no clinical study that supports Geritol for hair growth and or hair loss, okay? Listen, Geritol for the most part is just a vitamin. It's just a dietary supplement. And before I even go into whether or not you should even focus on Geritol for a vitamin, let's talk about what you should look for in a hair growth vitamin, okay? Or hair growth supplement, okay? Now, I know on this channel, it seems like I am the Nutrafol cheerleader, and they don't pay me not one damn dime. I don't get a coin for anything that I say about them. I brag on them so much because they work and because they work for me to restore my hair loss, okay? So that is why I talk about them. They don't pay me not one damn dime, and if somebody starts paying me, I'm still gonna talk about them because truth is truth. Studies is studies, science is science, and facts are facts, okay? So just so you guys can know that. So I'm gonna take whoever is paying me money and I'm still gonna talk about Nutrafol, okay? Because it works. Until it doesn't, I won't. So here's the functions of hair loss supplements that you should look. Hair loss supplement should aid, obviously, the obvious, right? Captain Obvious, in hair growth. It's supposed to stimulate your hair follicles, encourage new hair growth, healthy hair, okay? So you need to see little peach fuzz in areas where you are balding. Another function, okay, of hair growth supplements is to strengthen your hair. If you have weak hair that is shedding and breaking, hair growth supplements, okay, are supposed to strengthen your hair. Now, they're not going to strengthen the hair that's already on your head. We're not talking about adding protein treatments to your existing hair. We're not talking about bond repair treatments to your existing hair. We're talking about internally, systemically strengthening your hair so that when the hair grows out of the follicle, it's stronger and thicker and fuller than it was before, okay? So it's supposed to strengthen your hair. It's supposed to help you prevent hair loss, okay? So obviously the primary goal of hair growth supplements is to reduce the rate of hair loss, particularly in conditions like male or female pattern hair loss, aka androgenetic alopecia, because sometimes, unfortunately, in some cases, you can never completely regrow your hair back to what it was, but the goal is to slow or reduce the rate of hair loss. So if you're not taking the right supplements, your follicles are going to continue to miniaturize, meaning they're getting smaller and smaller, but it's going to happen faster at a speedier rate. Our goal is to make sure that it does this a lot slower, right? So hey, if your hair is not what it was when you were in your 20s or in your teens, but you still got a good amount of hair in your 40s and 50s, you're winning, okay? A win is a win, okay? So it's supposed to prevent and reduce the rate of hair loss. Another thing that hair growth supplements are supposed to do is improve your hair texture. Same thing I said, systemically, internally, your hair texture is supposed to come out fuller, thicker, denser. It's not gonna fix what's already on the top of your head. It's supposed to nourish your scalp, making sure that your scalp is conducive for hair growth. You're not having scalp conditions like seborrheic dermatitis, dandruff, itchy scalp, and inflammation, and all kinds of things that doesn't make your scalp conducive for hair growth, okay? It's supposed to increase thickness. That is pretty self-explanatory. It's supposed to balance nutrient deficiencies. A lot of times your follicles are not getting the right nutrients. Example, like I said earlier, if iron is not circulating through the body, and if it's not enough iron in your body, the blood cannot circulate the right nutrients to your follicles because is focused on your organs and the most important parts of your body. And so that's why they're supposed to help not only balance nutrients deficiencies, but it's supposed to also help that you have enough to get to the follicle. And it's supposed to reduce DHT. Basically, it's a hormone that's linked to hair loss. Very, very, very simple. And it's supposed to stop DHT in its tracks, because the more DHT you have, the more hair loss you're gonna have. Another function is it's supposed to enhance blood circulation. It's supposed to manage hormonal imbalances, because a lot of hair loss is caused by imbalanced hormones in your body. So it's supposed to make sure that it's balancing and mitigating that. It's supposed to prevent premature graying, which is caused by free radicals, right? So you need stuff that has antioxidants that's going to support that, and overall scalp health, like I said already. So all of these are the functions of hair growth supplements. This is what your hair growth supplement is supposed to do. So you're not buying something that says it's for hair, skin, and nails just because. Now, all hair growth supplements are not created equal. They're all not going to do all of these. Some are going to do most, some are not going to do others, some are just going to reduce DHT. That's why you have to do your homework on which one you do. Again, I promote Nutrafol because they take care of most of these. That's why you're taking 4 horse pills, y'all, because it's gonna function to take care of all of this. But if they don't have the essential ingredients, botanicals, minerals, trace minerals, and nutrients to do that, then it's not a hair growth, hair loss supplement. It's not helping you with hair growth and hair loss. So the bottom line is the key ingredients that's gonna support hair growth and hair loss, you know, that's preventing hair loss. You need vitamins that have saw palmetto, that has niacinamide in it, selenium in it, you know, vitamins A, C, E, B3. You need a comprehensive supportive ingredient, right? My point is to answer the question, number one question, can Geritol support with healthy hair growth? Healthy hair? Yes and no. Yes, because if you are someone who's not healthy, if you are someone, your baseline is at the floor, you don't take any nutrients, any supplements, you're pretty unhealthy and you start taking Geritol, you're gonna see some improvement naturally, right? Like just naturally. If your baseline is at the floor, anything that you do is gonna help you look better or feel better immediately, right? On site. But is it gonna really support hair growth? Is it gonna support all the functions of a hair growth supplement? No, because I scrubbed the ingredient list on the Geritol website, and unfortunately, none of the ingredients in this formula are well known for hair growth. They're not well known for anything. There's no plant extracts in here. This is not gonna grow your hair. This is not gonna grow your hair. It's not gonna stop hair loss. It's not gonna take care of DHT. It's not gonna do all the things that a hair growth supplement is supposed to do, a real hair growth supplement. It doesn't have any of the right ingredients. So the answer to the question, the big question, drum roll, is the Herscripts approved for hair growth or for hair loss treatment? Absolutely not. This is, I mean, I don't know who was the first YouTuber or the first influencer to do it, but kudos to you, boo. Hand clap for you, because you did an amazing job promoting this and making everybody believe. I mean, some places it's sold out, like making everyone believe that Geritol, good old Geritol, is gonna grow your hair and make it so thick and beautiful. That is a lie. It is a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie. It was all a lie. Like Carly Red says. At the end of the day, guys, Geritol is just a dietary supplement. I even compared Geritol to another dietary supplement that's in the same price range. It's the One A Day for women. And for the most part, Geritol, does it hold itself up as a supplement? As a good supplement, it does. You know, like when I compared it to the One A Day, both formulas contain, you know, vitamins and minerals like D, vitamin D, B12, iron, you know, which are associated with, you know, just being healthy. The difference is that the One A Day for women includes vitamin C as absorbic acid, which is an antioxidant. And the Geritol has the vitamin C and the One A Day doesn't. It has the magnesium and manganese and all of that. So, you know, like there's little small differences. Overall, like honestly, listen, it's a standard one. It's a standard One A Day multivitamin. It's pretty, it holds itself up. It's not crap. It wouldn't be around if it wasn't decent. It's a decent One A Day vitamin, but should you take Geritol plus the hair growth supplement? I mean, you know, here, if you look at my videos, especially on hair growth supplements, I'm a big proponent. I'm like, yo, use prenatal vitamins. You know, I don't care if you over 50. I don't care if you are past menstruation and you are, because prenatal vitamins are just extremely concentrated forms of multivitamins, because the goal is to provide nutrients to you and to your fetus, to your unborn child, right? So it's double the trouble, double the concentration. That's why I like prenatal vitamins. Obviously, you know, if you're trying to get pregnant, obviously it helps. If you don't want to, I mean, just be careful because you're gonna be fertile if you do the right things anyway. But the bottom line is I would take a prenatal, but my prenatals are $40. Not mine as in Herscripts, but mine as in the ones that I promote. So if you want to spend $12 on Geritol and make that be your multivitamin, go ahead. But there's so many newer multivitamins these days that are more optimized for supporting women in different phases and stages in their lives, that has exactly what you need, that's gonna be good for absorption and all of that. All of that to say, guys, Geritol is not doing anything for your hair growth. It's definitely not doing anything for your hair loss. If you are experiencing hair loss, don't waste your money on this. Don't waste your time on this, because anything that you do for hair loss, you have to do for a minimum of 3 months to see some type of results. You're not gonna see results within a few weeks. It just doesn't work like that. And so that's it. Like, I mean, that's the, you know, hate me if you want. I'm not really here for, well, I guess, I mean, I want you guys to like me, right? So you can listen to me. But the bottom line is, hate me if you want. Will I go out and buy Geritol? Absolutely not. I use a prenatal vitamin. I'll try to insert it or put it in the description box. I use a prenatal vitamin, and for hair loss and hair growth, I use Nutrafol, which have clinical studies to support its efficacy, and I use, depending on how aggressive I'm trying to be, and I combine that with Vivisecal, which also has clinical studies to support its efficacy, and it has all the right functions for hair growth. So if you need a good hair growth supplement, those are two. If you need a good hair growth supplement that's more affordable, I'm working on that. Trust me, I am doing the research, because believe it or not, it's not that easy to find a great hair growth supplement with the functions for hair growth at a price like Geritol, like $12, $8. It's not going to exist. Even $25, because the right ingredients cost money to the manufacturer, so it's going to cost you double, right? That's just how business works. All right, baddies, if you want more supplementation videos, take a look at all the videos I have on this channel about the best supplements for hair growth and hair loss, my best videos to date. And yeah, you know, love you. Bye.